More than 12 days have passed since Iran's first missiles tore through the skies over Israel. And even now, there is no sign that this devastating storm will come to an end. No new ceasefire agreement, no meaningful peace talks. Only the wailing sirens echoing through every rooftop, smoke rising from devastated neighborhoods, and an unprecedented fear engulfing both sides. The Middle East, once again, is engulfed in a spiral of hatred and violence with no way out. Tel Aviv, Haifa, and numerous other major Israeli cities have become targets in a wave of missile bombardments, no longer isolated strikes, but a coordinated, large-scale assault. Shattered streets, destroyed homes, civilians huddled in bomb shelters. Scenes that once shocked the world have now become the new normal. They have become a part of daily life as Israel enters a state of total crisis, where sirens and explosions replace school bells and everyday sounds. A nation no longer at peace, a people living on the edge of fragile moments. Millions of Israelis now live in a state of constant anxiety, where nothing is certain and nothing is safe. Every time the sirens blare, families rush, grabbing their children and a few essentials, fleeing to bomb shelters, a survival reflex that has become routine. No one knows if the next missile will strike their own neighborhood or someone's just a few hundred meters away. Everything feels fragile. Even moments of peace have become suspicious. This is no longer life, it's an endless escape. What concerns experts most right now isn't just the sheer volume of missiles raining down. It's that Iran appears to have a deep understanding and is systematically exploiting the vulnerabilities of Israel's renowned Iron Dome defense system. Once a military pride of Israel, the Iron Dome boasts a 90% success rate in intercepting aerial threats. But now, faced with Iran's sustained, coordinated, and relentless attack strategy, the system is beginning to overload, revealing dangerous vulnerabilities. These attacks are timed to strike at critical moments, with high volley rates that overwhelm the Iron Dome's ability to engage all targets simultaneously. Some missiles have broken through the defense, causing real damage on the ground. A serious question arises. How much longer can Israel rely on the Iron Dome, when their enemy is not only strong, but knows it all too well? Tehran no longer relies on massive, concentrated barrages. Instead, they have shifted to smaller, more frequent attacks, creating constant and relentless pressure. This tactic forces Israel's air defense system to strain every minute and every second, pushing the Iron Dome's endurance to its absolute limit. The goal isn't just raw firepower. It's a calculated, relentless, and methodical strategy. They patiently probe for even the smallest gaps in the defense, waiting for an opening and striking the weakness the moment it appears. This is not just a war of missiles, it's a battle of wits, where every projectile carries a clear message. There's no room for mistakes. And then, in the dead of night, Iran launched its largest assault yet. Dozens of ballistic missiles were fired, heading straight for the heart of Tel Aviv. According to unconfirmed sources, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was urgently evacuated to an underground bunker, as reports indicated the city's command and control center may be a target. The skies over Tel Aviv lit up, not with fireworks, but with flashes from warheads exploding mid-air. Then came the deafening blasts, shaking the entire city to its core. Residents of Tel Aviv recalled, we heard explosions nonstop. The ground was shaking beneath our feet. We don't know where safety is anymore. The Iron Dome worked around the clock, but this time, it couldn't intercept them all. Too many missiles were launched nearly simultaneously, overwhelming its capacity. Some broke through, causing direct damage in residential areas. Iran had repeatedly declared that it would not tolerate any actions threatening its strategic interests. Israel, in turn, has made it clear it is prepared to use military force to stop Iran. Both sides had been standing at the edge, and now it seems they've stepped over the line. Analysts have called that night's attack a turning point in the war, a point of no return. Israeli rescue and medical teams rushed straight into the heart of the disaster, but chaos was everywhere. Pulling survivors from rubble, fighting spreading fires, searching for the trapped in the dead of night. Every second counts. The number of casualties is still being updated, but given the scale of destruction, many fear that hundreds may have been killed or injured. Around the world, people watched with bated breath, fearing this assault could ignite a much larger war in the Middle East. The United Nations and numerous countries called for an immediate ceasefire, diplomatic dialogue, and restraint. But with blood already spilled, lives lost, and national emotions pushed to the brink, the door to reconciliation now seems to be slamming shut. A critical question now looms. How will Israel retaliate? Will the war spill over into the allies of both sides? And how many more lives will be lost in a war with no way out? This is only the beginning of the crisis. What happens next may shape the entire future of the Middle East for the next decade. Subscribe and stay tuned for the latest breaking developments, deep analysis, and powerful human stories from the heart of war.